Almost all of the highest mountains on Earth are concentrated in the Himalayas and Karakoram ranges in Asia. These peaks are not only extraordinarily tall but also feature spectacular glaciers, steep cliffs, and legendary climbing histories. Below, we introduce the world's 10 highest peaks from 10th to 1 Street by elevation. Each one is truly one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth. 10. Annapurna. Elevation, 8,091 m. Location, Himalayas, Nepal. Annapurna is the 10th highest peak in the world and one of the most dangerous 8,000-meter peaks in mountaineering. As the main peak of the Annapurna Massif, it is surrounded by massive glaciers, deep valleys, and steep snow slopes. The weather here is extremely unpredictable, changing rapidly from clear skies to blizzards, with a very high avalanche risk. For this reason, Annapurna is famous in climbing history for its extremely high fatality rate. In 1950, a French expedition led by mountaineer Maurice Herzog successfully reached the summit. This historic achievement marked the first time humans had climbed an 8,000-meter peak, ushering in the age of 8,000-meter mountains. The Annapurna region is not only famous for its snow-capped peaks but also for the world-renowned Annapurna Circuit Trek, which attracts thousands of hikers each year to admire alpine lakes, primitive forests, and stunning glaciers. Nanga Parbat. Elevation, 8,126 m. Location, Pakistan. Nanga Parbat, the 9th highest peak in the world, lies at the western end of the Himalayas. Due to the many early failed attempts and high casualties, it is known as the Killer Mountain. One of its most awe-inspiring features is the Rupal Phak, a massive wall with a vertical rise of nearly 4,600 meters, one of the tallest and steepest mountain faces on Earth. Seen from the base, it rises almost vertically into the sky, creating an overwhelming visual impact. In 1953, legendary Austrian climber Hermann Buhl achieved an epic feat, solo ascent of Nanga Parbat without supplemental oxygen. He even slept standing near the summit for hours, making this one of the greatest adventures in mountaineering history. Manaslu. Elevation, 8,163 m. Location, Nepal. The name Manaslu comes from the Sanskrit word Manasa, meaning mountain of the spirit. It is the 8th highest peak in the world, with a majestic, snow-white pyramid shape. The mountain is covered with extensive glaciers and snow slopes and has a massive structure. Due to its remote location, it sees far fewer climbers than Everest, so its natural environment remains remarkably pristine. 7. Dhaulagiri. Elevation, 8,167 m. Location, Nepal. Dhaulagiri means white mountain in Sanskrit. It is a spectacular peak resembling a huge, bright white snow pyramid from a distance. It towers above the Kali Gandaki Gorge, one of the deepest gorges on Earth. The gorge is only about 2,500 meters above sea level, while the peak reaches 8,167 meters, creating a vertical relief of over 5,500 meters with incredible visual impact. Because of its massive size and extreme weather, Dhaulagiri was long considered unclimbable. It was not until 1960 that a joint Swiss-Austrian-Nepalese expedition reached the summit for the first time. Today, the Dhaulagiri region remains a wild and untouched alpine environment, a paradise for photographers and extreme mountaineers. Makalu. Elevation, 8,485 m. Location, China-Nepal border. About 19 kilometers from Everest, Makalu is the 5th highest peak in the world. Its most distinctive feature is its near-perfect four-sided pyramid shape. Every face is extremely steep, making it a very technically difficult climb. Compared to Everest, very few people have successfully summited Makalu. Besides the high altitude, the routes demand advanced technical climbing skills and extensive experience. A French expedition made the first successful ascent in 1955. Lhotse. Elevation, 8,516 m. Location, China-Nepal border. Lhotse is the 4th highest peak in the world and is connected to Everest via the famous South Col. One of its most spectacular features is the Lhotse south face, about 3,300 meters high, one of the largest and steepest mountain faces on Earth, due to its extreme steepness and difficulty. The number of successful summits is far lower than on Everest. A Swiss team first reached the summit in 1956. Kanchenjunga. Elevation, 8,586 m. Location, Nepal-India border. Kanchenjunga is the third highest peak in the world and the highest mountain in India. In local culture and religion, it is considered a sacred mountain. Many climbers therefore follow a tradition, stopping a few meters below the true summit out of respect for the local beliefs. A British expedition made the first ascent in 1955. The area around the mountain features ancient forests, glaciers, and rare wildlife, making it one of the most biodiverse high-altitude regions on Earth. K2 Mount Godwin Austen. Elevation, 8,611 m. Location, China-Pakistan border. K2 is the second highest peak on Earth and widely regarded as one of the most difficult mountains to climb. Located in the Karakoram Range, it has extremely steep slopes and violent weather. Wind speeds can reach 200 km/h, and temperatures drop as low as 50 C. An Italian expedition made the first successful ascent in 1954. Far fewer people have summited K2 than Everest, earning it the title the ultimate challenge for mountaineers. Mount Everest Comolangma. Elevation, 8,848.86 m. Location, China-Nepal border. Mount Everest is the highest mountain on Earth, known as the top of the world, located in the central Himalayas. It is the ultimate dream for climbers worldwide. The air at the summit is extremely thin, with only about 1/3 of the oxygen at sea level, requiring extraordinary physical strength and acclimatization. In 1953, New Zealander Edmund Hillary and Nepalese Sherpa Tenzing Norgay made the first confirmed ascent, shocking the world. Today, hundreds of climbers attempt Everest each year, but extreme weather, crevices, and high-altitude sickness still make it extremely dangerous. Standing on Everest's summit, you can see the entire Himalayan range stretching to the horizon, one of the most spectacular views on Earth.